All right, Dark Side of the Mic, episode number 252, I believe. Today I'm here with Booster Club. I'm just going to let y'all go down the line. I don't want to no one's names up. Excuse me, mess anyone's names up.
My name's Mark, Modest, Booster Club president.
Yep, I'm Robby Abel, singer-songwriter, musician from Lockhart. My son's on the football team. He's grown up with Richard's kiddo.
Yep, Richard Ybarra. I help Mark out with everything in Booster Club, advisor, along with everybody else. I know Robbie's wife was just put on the board as well, and just here to make it better for the kids. At the end of the day, that's what it's about,
I was thinking of today's probably like a hype video. Schools are right around the corner. The football season kicks off, and when does it kick off?
I mean,
Midnight Madness.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll be it.
And that's something new that y'all are that they're putting together this season. Is that correct?
Yes.
This is the first time?
First time. Coach Maldonado comes from El Paso. He went to high school out there, and he said he's always done it since he was in high school. So he wanted to bring it here and see how it goes. With Mavis, we did the Roar Fest.
Roar Fest, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was held like a week before school or sometime around.
Yeah,
there, right?
yeah. And it's like he said before, it's something similar, but we're rolling at midnight. Everything's gonna happen. The boys hit the field right at 12, and I think they got like an hour and a half. Yeah, hour and a half long inter squad scrimmage. So it's gonna be pretty exciting.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're hosting a tailgate before, correct?
Yeah. I'll be hosting a tailgate party. I'm gonna be there. Setting up at 6:30, 7 o'clock, and anybody else who has a pit or wants to cook or come set up their tents, they're more than welcome to come set up at 7. My buddy Robby Abel here, he's going to be playing at 9 o'clock?
9.
9.
9
Yeah.
10.
Before that, I believe Rob Ortiz is going to be out there DJing.
Big Rob.
So, yeah. It's going to be a good time, man. And at the end of the day, again, with the new coach coming in, and like all three of us here, we've had the same vision about things, and it's just standing behind Coach Maldonado, and now's the time to do so with the new coach coming in and everything. And I think if we can give him that support and the community can stand behind him and support him, it'll make our boys go.
Yeah,
I think
definitely we'll have some success.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, it starts. The community gets to get behind him, man. And
Yeah.
Well, and also too, this rally is for all sports. So, we don't want to just say this is all about football, because the new athletic director, Maldonado, and that's important to know too, is that he's making a lot of efforts for all sports, and it needs to be known that all the sports are, I guess like honored out there. They're going to talk about all of them. They're going to have representatives for all of them. So everybody should be at this. If you have a kiddo in Lockhart athletics at any level, you should come see what athletic director and head coach Maldonado is doing, and the Booster Club is putting into the efforts to get this community support.
It's like a new, I guess you can say, a new era for Lockhart Lion athletics, right?
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And he's coming in with a really good vibe already. This rap behind us, this was never here before. Hell, me and you went to school here, man, and I know we use this as our film room, and this was just a white wall that we had a old ass projector that would do our plays, But now it's like he did this rap, he did all the door raps, and the outside got painted, the hallways got painted, locker, everything got painted, redone in the field house. Weight room, new floor and everything. It's really good for the kids. So he came in really, kicking ass.
Yeah.
And just seeing that right off the bat, like I said, I can stand behind that 100%, and if I see that he's willing to put in that effort, I'll give him 100%. So, again, and it's with all sports. He's making everything better for all the kids. The Lions Den as well is getting redone,
Nice.
So it's all the way around.
Yeah, that's good. Making a good first impression.
Yeah, for sure.
Putting some little splash of Lockhart Lions swag on everything.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Booster Club. What goes on in the Booster Club, man, and how can people get involved and speak to them on the importance of getting involved in the Booster Club?
Well, we fundraise for all the sports. We have concession stands that we really need help on. I mean, if you're want to volunteer some time, you can go help us with concession stand. Even if you can't help us with concession stand, if you can help us stock it, one evening, then that's a big help for me and Richard and the rest of our board members. But just coming out, supporting everybody with the booster and joining. I think it's $25 for what is that?
It's I think that's like
The bronze.
the bronze
And
bronze level. I mean, you're still a member,
yeah.
but it's all about what you get in that package when you pay $25.
You can join for $25, and then, so football fundraisers, we take all that money, put it in the football fund, same with golf, whoever's fundraising, and then if Coach Maldonado says, hey, we need cleats or gloves or whatever, then we'll purchase for them. Or say volleyball don't have money to buy something, then we have a general fund that we can pull from concession stands that we make most of our money on. We can pull from that general fund and fund for basketball or something. So,
How long you been president?
this is my second year. I've been
Okay.
vice president for 4 years.
Okay.
So I'm going on 6 years in doing this. Eric Garcia was our president before.
Okay. What makes you want to do something like that?
Man, my kid was, he's been in the program for like since 7th grade, and then he graduated last year. So, I was it's a lot of work. So I was hoping I'd be, maybe be done, but then my little 7th grader, she's my princess, and she's like, man, if you did it for Kate, you got to do it for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't know if I can do it that long, because it's a lot, man. So
Yeah.
see how it goes, man. And I'm just a sports guy, man. I
Yeah.
like all sports. I'll go to all the baseball games or basketball games just to support everybody.
Nice. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I've kind of I like peeking on the occasional basketball game. My daughter was on varsity last season, so just lately just getting involved and going to the games just to go watch the games, not even having necessarily play. It's like you like watching like pro football and stuff, and you get the storylines of the guys, and it's just the local students just going out there and just competing is just something awesome to see,
I like it, man.
Yeah.
I go to all of them and just to watch, see what's going on,
So y'all two sons are playing? They play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're seniors this season?
Juniors.
No, they're
Juniors. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got 2 juniors, and I got an incoming 7th grader.
Oh, okay.
That will play volleyball and basketball.
Nice.
Yeah, so my son's a receiver, 83 Wes Abel, and Avery Ybarra. What is this kid gonna do this year?
See, I don't know. So he will be starting cornerback. He'll be cornerback, and his number is 8, and it's going to be, I don't know if they're going to play him both ways. He told me a coach approached him about playing running back, but he's like, yeah. He told him, yeah. At first he was against it because he was like, you were a running back, I don't want to do that. I want to get away from that. And I'm like, oh, whatever floats your boat, man. As long as you go out there and you're 100%, I'm okay with that. So he ended up telling that coach, yeah. And so I don't know if that's going to play a part. I don't know, but he is on defense, cornerback, and that's where he's going to roll. As far as special teams go, I know everything's still kind of open. They just started practice officially on Monday. So, they got to see what they have out there and what they got to work with. So
You go sit in on practice and check them out, or?
every single morning. Dude.
Nice.
Every single morning. They practice at 5 a.m. We wake up at 4:30, get ready. He eats a good breakfast, and we head down here and make it on time. But I'll get my workout in and come over here and watch him for about 2 hours. And it's funny because the first day I was late. I came in like at 7. I rolled through there, and all the trainers, all the kids were like, Mr. Ybarra, I thought you weren't coming, man. I was just like, no, I'm here. Like, I'm not going to miss a day. I just had to go get my coffee after my workout. It's one of those things. But, the film crew, too, they were like, man, Avery's dad, I didn't think you were coming. We looked in the stands and we saw these other dads, and we didn't see you. And I'm like, I'm here.
Yeah.
You need to be over at another team's practice watching this.
Yeah.
He's been training with Hector, right? And
Avery?
One Goes Fitness.
Yeah. He's been he was there all summer, and man, Hector's dude, he's good. He's I like it, and Avery's gotten faster, he's gotten bigger, and he's gotten stronger, and
That's
been
good.
dedicated all summer long. Like I said, all summer long has been for us at least has been training, 6 in the morning, wake up, he'll go train, and then he'll come home, do whatever work he has to do, and then it's baseball in the evenings. And then on the weekends, you know how that rolls with baseball tournaments. I mean, we just, from Thursday through Sunday is straight baseball. And we did that all summer, and last weekend we just had his last tournament, so.
Is he more of a baseball guy?
Baseball is his heart, you know, that's what he started out with, but he was ready for football this year.
Nice.
You know, he's excited. Like I said, Maldonado is bringing in, he's bringing in some hype. Like he says, what's he say? Bring the juice.
Bring the juice, man.
Bring the juice.
I think a lot of kids are excited. Man. It's just different, you know, different
It is.
atmosphere. I mean, Maldonado's always like very energetic, man. It's
Pumped.
like, bring the juice, man. Bring the juice, you know.
Yeah, he's
You'll
pumped.
never catch him like just walking around.
Yeah, just chilling.
Yeah, he's on the go, man.
Yep.
Like,
And watching the practices too, man, he's hyped, dude. He gets me hyped. I'm like, oh, hell yeah, you know, give me some pads, dog. I want to go out there. And all his staff, his staff is just as equally as, you know, as pumped, man. And like the defensive coordinator, Larry Lumbreras, he's also, I mean, he's another one too that gets fired up about stuff. And all his other coaching staff, man, they follow, and they're pretty damn good.
Yeah. I saw him at one of the, I don't know, it was either practice or 7-on-7 maybe. And I was like, man, who's that coach? And I was like, man, that's not the head coach. But that's how they are. So like they have the confidence and the swagger and the same energy as the head coach. So it's really cool. And he lets them be themselves. So they all spoke the other night. There was a football meeting, parent meeting. And they all got a chance to speak, and they all had a really good energy. Nobody was, you know, lagging. It was all kind of at his level, or even maybe a little bit above what he was bringing that night. You know.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah, he was actually getting kind of pumped up at the meeting. He had to calm himself down. I was like, that's him though, man.
Yeah, that's
you know,
just him.
there ain't nothing to hide around here, man. And like I said, that's what's going to change. And the boys see it, they feel it, and I think it's going to be a good year, man, for these boys, and it's going to be great. Regardless of how things go, at the end of the day, the losses don't matter. For me as a parent and looking in on things, the losses don't matter to me as long as there's a coach that's teaching them life skills, and then on top of that has them that pumped up for stuff. I mean, like Maldonado's preached, you know, he wants to get them ready for real life, and then it's like the work world, you know. And me and Robbie have coached in Little League baseball and going on up to the next level. It's like we've all taught me, you and Daniel have taught the boys too. Like if you want something, you have to fight for it.
Yeah.
You know, if you want that position, they're not just going to hand it to you. You have to go out and you have to earn it. And that's something that Maldonado is instilling in these boys by waking up at 5 a.m. You know, half of Lockhart's still asleep, man.
Yep.
And those lights are on and those boys are moving.
Yeah, I'm asleep.
Yeah.
that's that half. See,
yeah.
you're probably
But I get up not too long after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and the other thing too that he brought, right, is the letting the boys and I don't know about the other sports, right? So I don't just want to say just the boys, but I don't know what he's doing, but I know at least the football players, there is no evenings for them. As soon as when they're out of school, they can go have a job. And they can work, and then there's no Saturdays, so they can work a full weekend, and that's very important because I believe, and you know, I'm kind of like, so I was friends with the dude that left, right? So I'm pretty much about like and so like I'm pretty much about just saying, hey, we're not going to worry about any of that, and we're just going to go forward from here,
for
right?
sure.
So. But that's really important because I think he's going to win back a lot of people that they wanted to play and they probably had the talent to contribute and they couldn't because they had to go work. You know, not everybody is lucky enough in life to not work through high school, you know. So that's he came in. That's one of the first things he said. That's one of the first things I remember him saying, and I was like, man, that's huge. To me, that's huge.
It is, and I think he was telling me the other day that I think we have like 80-something freshmen coming up that have signed up to play football this year. And I think a total of, you know, over 150 or something. So we'll have 2 freshman teams, a JV team, and of varsity.
Yeah.
which is
Man,
pretty good.
nice.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't know when's the last time the numbers have been like that here.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Robbie, what's your story, man? I feel like you're an interesting dude. I need to pop you open.
Oh, me? Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So, man, I grew up in Waco. So, right outside of Waco, Texas, little town called Spiegelville. It's over by Crawford. So, moved here in probably, maybe '02 to do music, and lived in San Marcos. And interesting enough, how'd this work out? Okay, so I was living in Martindale on the river with some buddies and a band member. We had a rehearsal space out there, but we were all kind of, getting to the age where one of them was getting married, and I was probably bound to here pretty quick. And so we moved out of that house, and I had to get an apartment. So I was like, man, I'm going to go over to San Marcos. So I got an apartment over there, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's the first apartment when you turn off 35 on Ocarina Springs. It's right there on the right. And I had, for one guy, it was a really nice apartment, I thought. Well, about 2 weeks before I was supposed to move in, we're watching TV at the house. We were about to vacate, and one of my buddies was like, hey, man, isn't that your apartment? Things just like pouring smoke and fire out of it. So it burned down. So the only place that had something was I think it was called the Elm Street Apartments or something over here on Elm. Mm-hmm. And that dude was like, he saw me and he was like, yes, you're in. So I got that place, man, and that's how I ended up here, So I'm here. So my wife is from Luling, and so Lockhart just made sense. We moved back to Waco at one point, but we came back, man. I just, I wanted to raise my kids here or, in this area because, dude, the area, if you're lucky enough to have been born and raised in the area between, let's say, Georgetown and San Antonio, you know what I mean? Down that corridor.
Go from Lampasas to San Antonio, because I'm from Lampasas.
Whatever. We'll do that spur if we need to for you. But I'm just saying, you're a real lucky person to have that because of all the rivers in Austin. You got San Antonio. You know what I mean? You grow up in Waco, and it's, there's a couple of things, but they have a lot more options living here. So yeah, that's why I settled down here. So that's my deal. And man, I gave up music for a long time while I do AV integration, so audio visual integration.
Oh, okay.
And I gave up. I don't say gave up. I did it in small spurts. I did it at home. I did it for friends, parties, whatever. A few gigs here and there. But I never really pursued it until here recently. And I just kind of that midlife thing hit, and I was like, dude, this is only happening once. I'm only rolling through this once, so I got to get back on this.
Yeah.
And luckily, I've kind of stayed sharp at it. So I just said, all right, let's do it. So I started putting out a bunch of stuff online and just basically building all that content, and with the intentions of getting back out there live. But I'm just kind of doing stuff like this, just niche stuff and special events and stuff. And it's been really fun so far.
How do you go about writing music?
Oh man, when I was younger, there was my son's going through this right now. My 16-year-old Wes, he's starting to play the guitar and write songs and come up with ideas, and I'm like, man, I remember that. It's just everything's in front of you. You don't ever think about anything behind you. So everything is open. So every avenue to anything you can think about writing, whether it be some crap made up or about your own life, about your dad, grandpa, whatever it is, right? And that's what it was for me. So I write. So it works like this. I drive. Anything I'm concentrated on, like mowing the yard or driving, that's when it comes. So if I'm detached from it, that's when it starts working. If I sit there and go, I'm writing a song today, it doesn't work that way.
Not happening.
No. So that's the way it's always worked for me. And then if you don't sharpen that tool and you don't keep those juices flowing, that'll go away. And then, but once you start it back, I took a long time off. Unfortunately, I wrote a whole bunch of songs that I still play and have recorded and released. So that's great. But you have to come up with new material, and I've really been struggling for a while.
What would you say, like, that your music would inspire someone to do? Like, there's some music, it'll make you want to drink. There's some music that'll make you want to go walking in the park.
That's a good question.
What would you say that your
I think
music
some
makes
of
you
it's
want?
drinking. I think some of it's dancing. But I think a lot of it is like just, storytelling. I think that I love that. Like that's, my favorites are, it might have a good hook or it might have a good beat, but there's a story in there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, mine would be just little adventures. Like maybe open up to, like I got one called Traveling Song and there's different verses in there. And it's basically like, man, you got to take a chance, right? And that's what I did. And I ended up moving away from, nobody from my family really moved off, right? So I moved away and it turned out really good. I met my wife, had my kids. I wouldn't have them if I didn't take that chance. So stuff like that, like just having somebody think about, what else is out there.
Nice.
Yep.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to check you out on Friday at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got
Friday
a song
night.
out, right?
What's that song? How do you go?
Yeah, Make It Right. So I got So I have all my stuff.
He was
on.
singing that while we were stalking the other day. What the hell are you singing, man?
That's
Like,
good,
what's
man.
wrong? It's like,
Yep. Yeah. So like I said, I've released 2 EPs this year, and I plan on another one. So that's the goal. I wanted to get to 25 songs release 25 songs in 2025, and I don't think I'm going to get there, but I'm going to give it a good run anyway, right? So, but yeah.
Where could is that song out? Make It Right?
Make It Right, yeah. So it's sent out to all of Texas radio and beyond. Hell, that some lady contacted me from Nashville, put it on a playlist. So I know it's out there, right? It's distributed and it's all over. It's all streaming. So
Spotify and all that?
Yeah, all that.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Listen to it when you leave, man.
Amazon,
That's my favorite song.
Amazon, the whole thing. But that's all separate these days. So you got to push it to all the streaming services, and then you release it to radio. It's all separate campaigns, right? And then there's a whole other one that's Sirius XM, which I'm still trying to do.
Okay.
So there's all that, and it just takes time and a little bit of I guess dedication to stay with it, because it can get frustrating. The music business is rough.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Do you go play down like at the square and stuff?
Oh, that's a good question. I have. Yes, I have. But I'm a little salty, I gotta say, because I've been trying to get with those guys, and nobody's getting back to me, and so we'll just leave it there, right? But like we were joking before that, we were talking about Yanez, and I played out there, and Val over there, he's real cool, and I just like the vibe out there. And man, right now, I'd rather play in the county, like outside the city limits, like somewhere out there. I think my music works better in that setting.
Okay.
Right now, there's a whole thing happening down there with the music scene that's going on, and it just don't fit me. My style, and probably people that are gonna
fired up.
Yeah.
my style and the people that are gonna come see me don't probably really fit down there, and that's fine, But I was still gonna give it a whirl. I brought people every time I played in there. These guys come and hang out and drink, and more than them, right? So so picture this, if you will, an empty bar. I play, and there's at least 15, 20 people in there spending money. So why would you not want to at least return the person's 5 or 6 messages?
And you got
and that's across that's several venues over there. So, but I can go to Val and tell Val, hey man,
and y'all know who y'all are.
Let's or you should by now. I can tell Val, hey, let's do this, and he's like, all right, Robbie, let's do that. I mean, that's the difference. He's like, I can text Val and be like, hey, what about this? Val doesn't even really do live music on the weekends. And I asked him if I could play there, and he's like, yeah, let's do it. So we're trying to work something out, right? To me, that's the support that we're sitting here talking about. And when we contact, or the Booster Club contacts these places for sponsorships, and you don't even get the respect of a return message, that is not community support. And that's why I'm sitting here, and that's why I said, hey man, I can't be a full-time Booster Club member, right? My wife's on there, she's the treasurer. I can't do it, but so I do it in other ways. So I share their stuff. I try to promote them. And then what I can do is go out and try to entertain and draw maybe a couple more people to the tailgate, and because the tailgates are going on at all the home games, so we want to set an atmosphere of, you know, a live deal. That's why Rob's coming to do the DJing, you know, and we want it to be a party. And if we can, and I was telling Richard, you always have to have a hook for this stuff, man. Like, if you're at my level of what I'm doing as entertainment, everyone, like, you have to have another hook sometimes. So if we can get them over there by raffles, games, whatever it is we're going to come up with, right?
Yeah.
Live music, whatever, DJs, whatever it is. To me, it's great promotion for me. So, you know, as a matter of fact, like, I'm going to put out virtual tip jar, and then if I get any money at all, it's going to the Booster Club.
Nice.
So, and I think that's how it should be. I also have a little, like, side hustle thing that I'm doing, some merch that is, you know, 3D printed stuff and some necklaces, spirit necklaces, and some different wall art and stuff. So that'll be out there. But really that I set up to just get more merchandise out there to, you know, to the fans where, you know, of course there's the Booster Club stuff, and I don't want to step on them, right? But I feel like that if it can all be done together.
Let's just promote that merchandise a little more.
Let's not. But all I'm saying is that like, it is an effort to, when I sell stuff at the games or whatever, if I have it at the games, I will pay down the Booster Club.
You look like you would have like the turquoise stones and with like necklaces.
No.
The gypsy.
No, none of that. No, none of that.
Yeah, man, it's like he said about the tailgate and stuff. What originally started it for me, and I believe we talked about it before, I'm not too sure, but when I was when I was in high school here, my dad and my uncles and cousins, everybody, they got together, friends, the dads got together out when that was the parking lot, and they just started tailgating. They brought a pit, 1 pit, 2 pit, and then the next thing you know, there's 8 pits out there, and they're all out there before a home game, hanging out, cooking. We would walk over after school, grab a bite to eat, come into the locker room, hang out. But as a kid, it felt good to have that support, knowing, man, my dad's out there, you know, that's badass. And so I wanted to bring that back for Avery and his players, you know, his teammates, because at the end of the day, you know, it's not just about my son, but about other kids too, who might, you know, look and say, damn, that person's dad's out there. You know, they may not have a dad. They might be like, hey man, that's pretty cool. I'm going to go out there and hang out and eat some food or whatever. But just so that way those kids can see that there is somebody behind them and there's somebody that believes in them. And something that I coached the baseball kids when I was doing fall last year, it was like, for me, it's not about winning games at all. It's fun to win, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm here to show them that I stand behind them and they have somebody that believes in them. And I want this tailgate thing to go big, because when the boys come out, they see half of Lockhart out here or all of Lockhart out here. It's like, man, I gotta wear this on my back. I'm wearing Lockhart. You know, now I'm going to wear it with pride. You know, and it's going to make them go that much harder on that field. And not to mention when I turn on Fox 7 and see Liberty Hill with a carnival out there, I'm like, guys, man, you know, we can do something bigger. We're the barbecue capital of Texas. Yeah,
you know, for sure. Yeah.
And I've made the comment of that. You know, I'm tired of being recognized for barbecue.
I do get tired of that too, man. Just like and it's everywhere. Like everywhere I go, they're like, "Oh, you're from Lockhart? What's your favorite barbecue spot?" I'm like, bro, like, why are you asking Kreitz? But whatever, you know.
Mary Black's, man.
Mary Black's. Yeah.
Richard, how many people you thinking at this tailgate? What do you think?
So right now, honestly, with people that are going to come actually set up, I probably got to. There's about 8 to 10 people, and what I like to see is that, like, the cheerleaders, whoever runs their show, reached out to me and they were like, hey, we just want to set up. Like, the cheerleaders want to set up and they want to show pride. And again, that's what it's about. The softball, they want to do the same thing. They're coming out to set up a tent just to show pride. Aiden Scott's dad, he's coming out to set up. I'm setting up. I got my cousin Charlie. He's going to come set up. And then there's a few other people who have reached out and said, yeah, what can I do? Can I bring cornhole? What do I cook? I'm like, dude, I don't care what you cook. You can cook whatever you want. I don't care if it's a pack of poppers, jalapeno poppers, whatever it is. It's just, you've been to it. People been to a tailgate. It's kind of free for all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And but honestly, overall coming, I think about 100 people who are going to show up, come watch him perform, and who knows?
Well, he brings about 100 by himself.
Yeah.
Make it right.
Yeah, make it right.
That's right.
He's going to make it right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, at the end of the day, doing this, all of this stuff is for the boys, man.
kids,
and Robby, his point is right on giving stuff away. For me, it was kind of hard to shove it all in a short period of time for me. But we got, how many home games do we have? 7? 6. I mean, there's time to plan for the next one of, hey, be the 10th person to set up a tent and, you win this or whatever. Or like you said, show whoever has the most pride, and we'll have like, I don't know, a teacher or somebody who can volunteer to come out and do some judging on, how much pride they have.
That'll get, what'll get people is if you have like a cook-off, because everyone's like, well, I'm gonna win that mother.
Man, that's what I said, dude. That's what I tried to promote last time.
Judges, huh?
Yeah.
Be a judge.
Yeah. Oh, I'll gladly be a judge.
I tried to promote it last time. It's like all these people in Lockhart talk about, I always see they post they got the best chicken or the best ribs, and I'm like, right now, I got the best of everything on all y'all fools until y'all come over here and show me.
Yeah.
And they very well might blow me out the water, but please do, because
show up.
Show up. Yeah, exactly.
I think it'll get popular though, but I think just like I printed up some flyers for Lion Rally, and I think some of the Booster Club folks distributed them around town or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, to me, like I've learned through my own promotion, not only in music but at my own business, right, or my career outside of that, the day job, that you think that you have this reach on Facebook or Instagram, and it may not actually be getting to everybody you think it is, right? So I've put show dates out there or whatever kind of thing, and it's like 4 days later, hey man, I never saw this. So I think that just old school promotion has to kind of come back into play a bit. I know it is for me, and that's what, when we did this Lion Rally thing, or they came up, whoever came up with this Midnight Rally, I guess that's a coach. I was like, dude, we have to actually do more than what we've been doing. And so hopefully that little bit, but I feel like it could be so much more. Like, that's why I appreciate you having us on. I did reach out to some other folks. Luckily, Richard had this inroad. I never heard back. Imagine that. But that's okay, man. Because as you go through this, you figure out who has your back and who doesn't. Yeah. And when you figure that out, then things become a lot clearer, and you can kind of forge your path, and then you can do it together, right? So yeah. I mean, but I think it takes this kind of stuff, and I think it takes this, because I feel like we're only kind of reaching the football parents sometimes, or the sports parents. But man, there's a lot of people out there that just want to go support, and I believe that, because at one time before we had children, my wife, she's dragging me out to football games here. We didn't have any interest at all, other than she wanted to be a part of the community, So I believe that still exists, but they just don't know. They're not informed well enough about what we got going on.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, Mark, how do you feel about the support of the community at this point and the stage that it's at? Is it frustrating? Are you, satisfied with
it can get frustrating, man, because, when that other dude was here, I mean, he didn't have a lot of support, man.
Yeah.
And now with Maldi here, man, we need to support him.
Yeah.
In order for us to be a successful program, we need to support him. We're not going to agree with everything he does, but we don't need to bash him on social media. If you have a problem, just, reach out to him. Because if we start bashing him at home, then our kids don't respect him.
Yep.
And they're just like, well, he told me this, I ain't going to pay attention, We just need to stand behind his decisions, and whatever he chooses, then let's back him up.
Yeah. I think that's pretty important. I really don't. I don't know. You know, people are their own people, but it's like,
they're gonna bash. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I mean, but it's them people, man. If you're gonna bash, then we don't need you to be a part of it.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
To be straight up, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way I see it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you know he wants to bring this energy he's bringing, and it's a good vibe, man. So we got to get behind him and support him.
He's more on the younger side, huh? Like, I mean,
I think he's like 36, maybe.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young.
My age. Shit.
He's your age.
Yeah, that's always good. You know, they're to see a coach that's pretty mobile out there to get loud and get fired up and all of that.
He's fired up, man. He's fired up.
Yeah, that's my style right there, man.
So hopefully, you know, going back to the community deal, we can have them stands filled up on Friday night, and he walks out there, and our kids walk out there. They're like, "Damn, man, we got our town backing us up." Like Richard says, regardless if we win, we lose, man. You know, we just need to be there for all our programs, not just football. You know, softball, basketball, volleyball. You know, I mean, if we can be there for everybody, then that'd be great, man.
Yeah.
Sure, man.
And again, it's not volunteering, not just in concession, but please come and stock, because I'm tired of stocking with this damn fool for 2 hours. I mean, god dang, sometimes
I
it's
tell
just
Ricky, man, there's a lot of people that wish they could hang around with me for 2 hours.
He'll call me at damn 3 o'clock. Hey, what are you doing, fool? Hey, let's go stock up. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Let's do it. Yeah, well, shit, we'll punch it out 30 minutes or so, huh? Okay. 2 hours later, man.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to hurry up and knock it out, but Richard's just sitting there texting Deborah, man. I'm like, come on, man. If you want to text Deborah, man, just go back home.
I thought you asked for permission already to come out and help
Just sitting
get
there on his
this
phone,
stuff
man.
stocked
I'm like,
up,
man,
dog.
Deborah's
Come
at home.
on,
She's all right, man.
Yeah, you know.
Nah, but Richard's, for me, I mean, starting last year, Richard's been a lot of help for me, man. And I appreciate it. I tell you all the time.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean,
I appreciate. He's one of the dads that comes out. I can call him at any time, and he'll be there for me.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And again, it's just to make it. It's to make it better. And I'm not just here for my kid. It's for across the board, because my phone's open to anybody, and Robbie knows that too. You know, so you know, Mark will call me sometimes and be like, "Man, you know, I don't have help to work volleyball concession." I'll roll through. Like, sometimes I cancel my plans and I'll come roll through and I'll do volleyball, you know, help him run. Yeah, or basketball, whatever it is. So, and my son don't play volleyball or basketball, but I'm still there, you know, and because I know that organization needs something.
Yeah.
You know, they need somebody to run that. So, again, for me, I don't care about you know, Richard did this and Richard did that, or Mark and Richard. I don't care about the shout outs. I don't care about none of it. At the end of the day, it's for the kids.
Yep.
It's for the kids, and it's to make it right. To make it right, yeah. To make it right. Look at that.
Maybe I do need to put this guy on promotion.
Hey, man. I said that today. How many times have I said that? Now, how many viewers have heard "Make It Right" now?
Go check it out now.
Yeah, go check it out.
I can't argue with that, Mark. I can't argue with that.
Yeah, you know, and yeah, like I said, and I appreciate you doing this kind of like, you know, last minute type stuff. I did want to reach out to Sarge. Sarge is a great guy, but I know that he's got his stuff, you know, with sports already. You know, he interviewed Maldonado, I think it was last week. And so he's got his stuff going on, and then
He had me on one of the football games, man. Last year, he invited me to go up there, and I was like nervous as hell because like I know the way that we do stuff around here, and you know I let it fly pretty loose, and so I really didn't say much. I go back and I listen to it, and I'm just like, and then he put me under the magnifying glass, and he was like, "Hey man, we're gonna have you call this next play by yourself," and I'm like, "Field goes up and it's good." I'm done, man.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. But it was a good time, man. Sitting up there and watching the game from a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And those guys, the Sarge, TD, and Amato, the coach, they're a good little, you know.
Yeah.
What would you call them?
Trio.
They are,
trio.
man. Yeah, they're like
Trio.
the ESPN. Like whenever I'm tuning in,
Chris
dude, like,
Berman.
yeah, they're yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know, TD.
And, you know, they've done a lot too. You know, doing all the games and everything, and I want to thank them for everything.
Oh yeah, for sure. Is this going to be his last season? The
I
Sarge?
think it is.
Yeah, I don't want to be too sure. I mean, I don't want to say yes and then.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's calling it like the final season or something like that.
Yeah, it could come back.
Yeah, for sure.
Psych.
Yeah. It's going to be like
Then he's
Brock
just gonna do
Lesnar.
like a special appearance.
Yeah. Shout out to TD too, man. I mean, I think he with the his softball group, the girls.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
That's
went
right.
pretty. They went pretty
Juniors.
far, man. Yeah, they did
Juniors,
an outstanding job, and I did try to tune in on Game Changer. I was keeping up with the Facebook page. I mean, they were giving updates and stuff. So, man, shout out to that Thomas Dunn, man. You did a great job doing that, and you know, that's where it all starts. You know, bridging that gap, and that's another thing Maldonado talks about is bridging that gap with these younger kids, because that's where it starts. And I think TD did a good job with those girls, and I love watching softball just because they are on another level. And so I'm really excited to see how those girls are going to come in and play this coming in and next year. You know, it's going to be
Yeah,
awesome.
we got a new softball coach too. I think she's at a San Marcos.
Shit, we got a new softball coach. We got a new
Volleyball coach.
volleyball coach. We got a new baseball coach. It's gonna take a turn for the good in Lockhart, and like we've already said 100 times, now's the time to stand behind it and roll with it.
Bring the
And,
juice.
Yeah,
I feel like these last few years and even now, there's been like a new standard that's been set for the athletic program. You know, like, I mean, not that we were like a joke or anything like that, but, you know, sometimes people are like, oh, it's Lockhart. But I feel like that's changed within the last, I don't know, 5-6 years. You know?
It's I think it's just a different breed nowadays, man. I mean, I look at some of the boys that play, and not just our school but other schools, and it's a lot. From what I see, it's a lot harder and it's a lot faster than what it used to be. I mean, we were
Shit, I could still run.
we were district champs. I mean, the class of 09, before that, Lockhart hadn't did anything in, I think it was 30-something years. And then we rolled through there, and we win the district champs. You put a gold ball on the shelf. A couple of years later, after that, a year after that, they went. I don't think they won. And then the year after that, I think after that, we kept rolling into those finals. But the competition started getting harder and growing, and looking at things now, it's like, dude, looking at these kids now, I think, man, those hits when you're on that field, it's like you can feel them.
Well, a lot of it's, you know, the district we get put in, man, and we're going against College Station and AM Consolidated.
But it's across the board. I mean, even it's across the board, man. I like I said, when we play travel ball with baseball, I mean, those boys are, I swear they're pumping some iron and shooting up some juice or something, because I'm like,
that's what it goes to, though. You got to have numbers in your program, and that's something we haven't had in years.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If
But
we have numbers, we can rotate and compete and have fresh bodies. You know.
yeah.
You know, you go to College Station, you got 70, 80 kids on the team. You know?
Yeah,
You
for
come
sure.
to Lockhart, you got 25.
Yeah, but like yes, but at the end of the day, I think everybody's gearing like towards going to college or making it to that next level, that they're hitting that weight room really, really hard, dude. And it's like it's
just from the programs that like, when, of course, you know, I didn't do really a lot of high school athletics, but I had, you know, I know what it looked like, and it didn't look like going all summer every day. You know, that's a new standard that I was surprised about when my son got to 7th grade or whatever. I was like, what is this roar deal? And I have to have you up there in the middle of the day and pick you up like 3 times. And so he was like, yeah, that's the expectation. And then we went to the first meeting with the dude that left, and he was very, you know, forward about all his expectations. I was like, okay, this is a lot, but I respected that, you know, about him, because I was like, I bought into that, because it was like some structure at least for these kiddos, right?
Yeah.
And so and my son, he gets up early every day, and when I was his age, that was not the case.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a whole nother to me, the athletic program, no matter who it's under, as long as they're keeping that touch with them, it's a really great thing. But it was really abstract to me when I first learned about it.
Yeah.
So now that they're doing the same thing. They call it strength and conditioning now, right?
Yeah.
But same thing, and it's great because the kids have focus and they have something they got to be at every day, and they have those coaches that are checking in on them.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
And
just something you got to do to compete.
yeah,
man,
yeah.
it's so-
Like if you don't do it, then we fall behind.
Like you had said,
Yeah.
man, I remember coming in and it was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have the weight room open, the last 3 weeks of summer, or in
Yeah.
the middle of summer we'll have it open 2 weeks, and it's like, okay. And I would come, but then after that it was me training with Mike at the old barbell, Texas
yeah,
barbell
yeah,
come
yeah.
away. That was a weight room.
Yeah.
And but now, like I said, that is one thing. Like Robbie said, I can appreciate that guy instilling into our boys is the work ethic, because for football it was he made it mandatory. You got to come,
Mm-hmm.
and those boys did that. And I look at how the baseball program is now, and I think maybe one or two baseball players show up to roar and lift weights and train, and then we come into the baseball season, it's like, oh, my arm hurts, or
And then the parents.
and it's like,
And then the parents are like, well, it's the coach's fault. No, it's not the coach's
well,
fault, man.
and it's like, man, like you had all summer.
Yeah.
You had all summer. What did you do all summer? And most of them don't pick up a ball all summer.
Yep.
And it's rough for them.
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
But on their end, they didn't have that coach that instilled it's mandatory to come to roar. It's mandatory to do these things, because I think honestly, if Avery not being in football, he'd probably slack up and not come lift weights or do those things. But since at an early stage it was instilled in him, boom, it's I'm going to roar. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to do it. I mean, he was going to Hector and working out with him. From Hector, he comes straight over here, finish up with roar, and then roll right into football. And then in the evening time, we're rolling right into baseball. It's a full schedule.
Yeah.
But see,
So-
a kid like that, you got to want it too. You know what I'm saying? The
But-
coach can only do so much and
Yeah,
push
yeah.
you so much.
Yeah.
But like Avery's
But
nonstop.
it turns fun. It turns into fun.
Yeah,
And-
Richard. Not everybody's sick like me and you.
Yeah.
Richard and I have a kinship because we share a passion. Like, we're very fiery people. Like, when we have a passion for something, you're gonna know about it, and you're also not like, we don't harbor. So there is like, it's a straight shooter deal. Like, if me and him ever had an issue, we just talk it out and it's over, right? There's no harboring it, and that's the way that I approach everything. Is just be like, just put it out front. My career as a project manager in the past, that's it. You had to set the expectation early. As long as you set the expectation early, then the customer's always happy as long as you're communicating. When they don't get communicated with, that's when you have your trouble, right? So that's, and we're very passionate like that. So with our kids, and when we were coaching baseball together along with Daniel, man, it was like, dude, these dudes are awesome. Like, and so that's why we've stayed friends. And our kiddos run together, but we stay friends because we see things the same way. And both these guys will tell you, like, nobody wants to win. Richard has said the losses don't matter. Nobody wants to win more than me. I can guarantee you that. And I'm very passionate, and I have negatively messaged that in the past. And that's one thing that I decided this year I'm not going to do, man, because just like he said, that doesn't serve anybody any good, right? So what Richard's doing, though, kudos for him, because he's taking that passion, and instead of just bitching or yelling at the refs or the umps or yelling at the coaches, he's actually putting that fire into work, right? Into action.
Yeah.
That's positive, and he's doing a lot around here that needs to be done. Honestly, I mean, those coaches that he's filling in the gaps, and Mark's filling in the gaps a lot of times. That the coaches, because when it comes to football, they need to be scheming, right? And they need to be doing that, and these guys are doing the other hard work. So yeah, man, that's.
Like Mark does 7-on-7 in the summertime, and it's things like that, man. I mean, be honest with you, I have to have a job that's going to work around this schedule. Like at the end of the day,
you couldn't do it.
I
mean, good thing I get off at 2:30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause to be a part of this, you
Yeah,
got to
for
get
sure,
off
man.
early.
Yeah.
For
You
sure.
can't be getting off at 5 o'clock.
No,
Don't even come.
It's
Rolls me out, guys.
No, I mean, but like you
Richard
said,
knows.
and in the summertime, like I said, in the summertime, like he's doing 7-on-7, and then it's rolling into fall and helping with the baseball, but it's all together with Booster Club, helping volunteer for coaching and all this stuff. It takes so much time and effort that at the end of the day, I will tell a job, if you cannot work around these hours, bye. See you later, because the kids matter to me that much. And if I sit here and all I do is volunteer my time, as long as I have somebody like Coach Maldi who's sitting here and trying to press for the better for those kids, I will stand behind that. And it's like, okay, well, we're going to sit here and we're going to volunteer. And, oh, you want to do 7-on-7? Hey, Mark, he wants to do 7-on-7. He wants to keep things rolling, because that's how you stay fresh.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, man. Mm-hmm. And so the same thing with all programs across, because there's other parents out there who do the same for basketball when they're in the off season. Volleyball, I think they do. I'm not too sure if they do anything for volleyball.
I think they do.
Yeah. But keeping those kids in line and going, man, you have to do it. You have to do it. And like he said, to bridge that gap for the coaches, when sometimes a certain time of year, the coaches can't do it. They're not UIL rules. You cannot go out there on that field, but this guy can, you know? So that's how you get around stuff. End of the day, it's not about, oh yeah, give them a round of applause. It's, hey, your kid's that much better, because somebody was able to help them through that.
Yeah. There's so much too that goes on behind the scenes to make all the programs possible.
To make it right.
Like the Booster
make
Club.
it
yeah, to make it right.
Make it right.
Damn, I missed the key.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
go ahead.
No, I mean, Robbie's even brought up the great idea too. I think end of last year, of trying to get something going for promoting all the kids, individually. I know during Thursday games, Sarge would bring a couple up, but I know Robbie was talking about like actually sitting down, having a camera in front of them and doing something like this and talking to them about it and just kind of promoting that kid and what he does. So that way all of the community, all of Lockhart can see that person individually and get to know that kid, because somebody might say, hey, I want to come to a football game and I want to watch that kid play. Or, man, that kid's got some fire behind him. Or whatever it is, that we just bring more people to that.
Or like, I'll look at it from the other side of the spectrum. Some people they'll hear something negative about a kid. Oh, that guy sucks, and then that's just it. Like from then on, and it's like, bro, you don't even know this guy. You don't know the word. They could have just had a bad possession. They could have had
a bad
game.
Yeah. And that's what I tell these kids. I mean, we're not perfect, man.
Yeah.
These NFL players make mistakes. They have bad games. You're good. It's how you overcome it. At the end of the day, it's how you get up that next step or that next possession and overcome it. It's in your hands.
Yeah, for sure.
I think there's if you pull back the curtain on some of these kids and their stories, I think it would be interesting to focus on that and get some get some support, because there's a whole lot of these kids are I know several kids are walking to strength and conditioning, right, from and not close. So those guys, people like that need to be recognized, man, because like it's easy to get your parent to drive you over there and drop you off and wake you up and tell you what to do. But those guys are probably actually taking care maybe of a brother or something.
Yeah.
And so those kind of guys need to be lifted up, in my view. And so that was the idea, was like, not just I just want to spotlight on my kid or Richard's or just the star of the team either. That's important. So and then there's they're doing kind of their own. I think they do the Barstool thing. They do the Lockhart mic'd up, I think. Or something like
I think
that.
so.
Yeah.
So with that going on, and obviously Maldi's got all sorts of stuff on the roast, right? So I don't want to step on what he's doing at all. And I think I would be willing to bet that before too long there's something like that's going on, because he, with the work thing, with the letting the kids off on Saturday, do kid stuff.
Yeah.
He knows that's his vibe.
I mean, and one of those things too, like how they send the text out for the fundraiser. Yeah. A kid can send a text out to anybody, and like I said, if that were to happen and you have interviews with one-on-one and they send a text out, those people could say, oh yeah, you know, that's who that kid is. Okay, or that man, and let me support that. And it's the community backing us and backing those kids to say, or hey, let me go help this guy go stock for 4 hours, you know, and whatever.
Yeah.
3.5.
3.5, yeah.
And I will say too, man, that like other than the Booster Club, and I know they like to be anonymous, but I want to talk about the community support because I bashed some of it earlier. There is a lot. Is
that what that was?
A little bit, yeah. But there is a lot of business owners and just really good-hearted people that want to support that don't have kids in here anymore, right? And there's a group of those that supplies, let's say, some meals and stuff, right? And so that's happening. And they don't want any credit. They don't want to be named. They don't want anybody to know what's going on. So that is here. We just need to grow that type of thing, you know, and it will be good. And I believe that it's got to start now, and I think this is the perfect time because I'm looking at the growth that's about to happen. And I feel like that Lockhart will be a major player in probably, I don't know how long, right? I don't want to put a date on it.
March 7, 2029.
I have a year number in my head, but I don't want to put, you know.
I mean, eventually, you know, Lockhart's going to get 2 high schools. You know, we'll probably be a 6A program, you know. So, I mean, it got to start now, like Robbie says. Yeah. I got a 7th grader, so I'm all on board, you know.
Yeah, and when they come in here, you know, the new people come in here to fill all these houses they're building over by me. They're going to need this already instilled, right? We can't be playing catch up.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of good stuff happening. Even Little League, right?
Yeah.
Little League was kind of a mess for a while.
Yeah.
It's on the right track. So the youth, and Mally already knows, like, you got to get in there. You have to get them at those levels and bring up those kids all the way through. So.
And that was one of his deals, why he did this whole locker room deal. Because, you know, we go to Hayes or Lehman, and their facilities are nice. And when you walked in here, you know, like when we had the district check me a couple of years ago, some of the coaches from the other schools were like, man, that's the worst place we've ever been. Now you can come in here and be proud and hold your head up about our facility now.
Yeah.
Because everything looks good, you know?
Yeah.
Some of these places we're going, some of these places we go to are absolutely insane.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're in a college, no, this is the high school.
Like
and
Piper,
the
when we used to play
just
Piper.
nuts.
Yeah.
That's the one.
And that, you know, because I've had parents ask me, you know, why do you volunteer so much? Like, you're paying all your time or whatever. And
he must not work.
well, yeah,
He's unemployed. Yeah. He's just making it right. Man. So, but it's not. Again, it's about. Right now I have an athletic director / head coach that wants to make it right and wants to build this facility, and it's like, okay, who's going to help me? He turns around and it's very, very select few. I want to help as much as I can if it's putting all my time into it, so that way my kid can benefit from it now. And a lot of kids in a lot of places don't get to benefit from the stuff at their school until, you know, they'll leave, they'll graduate, and then the next 2 years, those kids will get to reap the benefits. Yeah. And now I'm speaking and saying, I want my kid to benefit from that good thing. So if I can help speed that process up, and like I said, I have an athletic director that sits here and says, you know, we can do this, this, and this, and this. You know, let's raise some money. Okay. Yeah, if we raise the money and do this, we can have it this year. Yeah, I can come in here a week later and all this shit's wrapped. Yeah. You know, and then everything's painted. It looks great, and the weight room is redone. You know, all that stuff is like I said, it's in order, man. And my kid gets the benefit from it now. Yeah. You know, and then when he leaves, guess what? So does the next person. Yeah. And then from here on out, hopefully it continues, man.
That's badass, man. Yeah. So, Midnight Madness going down this Friday. Tailgate starts at 7?
Yep. Tailgate starts at 7. We'll be here setting up. So, like I said, if y'all claim that y'all got whatever it is that y'all are good at, chicken, ribs, brisket,
barbacoa,
fried fish, whatever it is that you think you're good at, bring it so everybody can try it.
I like
It's
buffalo wings.
Buffalo wings, there you go. Whoever can do it, bring it.
I know
Let's-
Coach Maldi likes barbacoa, homemade tortillas. So bring it.
Bring it. Whoever can do it, let's do it, man. And, wear that throne. Wear it with pride. Moms. We had a mom at one of the meetings come in and say, I come dressed up. I know Lockhart's full of moms that want to dress up and show their support, show their colors. Come dressed up. And if we got to give y'all a prize for showing who has the best maroon and white on, then we'll do so. We'll get it rolling.
Got one right here.
There you go. There's a prize right there,
There's a prize
man.
right there.
Look at that.
Lion
you go.
Pride cutting board.
Yeah.
Made by Richard.
Yeah. Burned it right before we came.
Today.
Handcrafted.
It's still hot.
Handcrafted.
It's still hot, man.
Yeah. That's
Put
because
some tortillas on there. Make it right.
make it right. You know what? That's because I had the best chicken, the best ribs right out as soon as I threw it on there. If anybody wants to come take it, man. Y'all come just come have fun. Come have fun. If y'all throw washers, if y'all throw horseshoes, if y'all throw cornhole, whatever it is, come set up and come have fun, and support. Let's support Lockhart. Let's support these boys, and let's get behind Coach Maldi, man. Let's do it.
Yeah, and don't be scared off because I got a twang in my voice. there will be music for everybody. I feel Rob does a good job with that, right? So that's why I kind of he actually reached out to me. Rob's a super good dude. I'm just kind of getting to know Rob real well, but he seems really solid. And he reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you got enough firepower?" I was like, "I don't know how big this deal's gonna be." And he was like, well, I got you, man. I got you. And I was like, you just need to spin some tunes then, man, because why would we not have the voice of the Lions at the freaking tailgate?
Yeah. And thank you for bringing it, because I would have never thought of that. And when you said it, I'm like, hell yeah, dude. And like I said, it's all sports and everything. Me as a father and as a Booster Club member with Mark, with everybody else on that board, we want to show support for all the sports. And like I said, I'm glad the cheerleaders are coming out. I'm glad the softball guys are coming out, or softball girls are coming out. The baseball boys, I hope they can come out and set up, and it doesn't matter. It's not, if you come set up a tent, throw up a couple signs, and eat everybody's food, shit, man. Come out and just show some support, have a good time, listen to some good music, and it'll be great.
I'll be out there.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I was telling these guys the other day that I think it was Richard maybe, but it was somebody. I talk a lot. But I was telling them that, the amount of football parents are kind of the minority in the whole thing, because you have the biggest majority of the parents are the other sports parents. Like, they make up the biggest part. So that's why it's very important that Coach is doing events that includes everybody, because really, man, if you want the community to support, you have to do that, because they are the largest, they are the majority. The football team's parents are the minority. As a matter of fact, the most people in those stands are band parents. He's including everybody, right? So that's super important, because I think if they feel supported, they're going to return that in football, and we're going to have full stands past like the third game. So I think what he's trying to do is important too. So trying to make it a party. That's what I say. We need to make it fun to be there, and not even if the score's the other way, it still needs to be fun to be there.
Yeah, for sure. Anything you gotta tell people where they can sign up for Booster Club and help out and all that?
Yeah, they can sign up online. It's LABC. Do you remember the email? LABC.
You can send it to me. I'll put it in the description.
This is the president right here.
I don't take care of that part. I don't take.
He
care
does
of that.
remember to plug my song though.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
But you can go online and sign up, and then we have booster meetings every first Monday of every month.
I heard there's a good show up last night.
Right?
Yeah.
Here we had
Yep.
this was
This
pretty
little
filled up.
area was pretty packed.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's already.
I mean, like I
it's
said,
already
I've been
going
in
on.
it 6 years, and this was probably one of the biggest crowds I've seen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Even your Facebook page too. I know they can reach out there if they want to message and say, "Hey, I want to be a member." Okay, and they'll reach out to you and they will send you a form through email
just
or.
find my phone number's all over.
Yeah.
So you can just call me, text me anytime, and I can meet you to give you a form if you need a form.
Yeah. What is that? I'm not too hard to find.
I'm not too
A lot of
hard to
people
find.
looking, man, and I ain't too hard to find.
ain't too
You
hard
know,
to find.
if you wanna be a member that bad, if you wanna volunteer, then he's not too hard to find. He's, you know, at all the events, all the sporting events, he's there. And so is
There ain't no
another.
excuses.
There's another member. So
Yeah.
come out and sign up, and boom, you're a member.
One thing I learned last year is that don't be scared off because you think you're gonna have to like count money or some crap like in the concession stand, or you're gonna have to be. There's plenty of other things to do. These guys will put you to work doing anything at any time for any amount of time that you can do. Right? I mean, you have to have that schedule for concession. You have to have that commitment for that time, but. This guy showed up last year. I'm like, dude, I can only do it for like 2 hours. He's like, help me do this particular thing. And so that'll always be. So like if you know, last year they had me, I think Richard was, you know, cooking hot dogs and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
if somebody just wants to come up there and flip dogs and hang out, then
Yep.
they can do that too.
Or make
Nice.
hamburgers.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Awesome. All right. Is anything else, guys? You good?
That's it, man.
I think
All
we're
right.
good.
Just come on out.
Yeah.
Come on out Friday.
Friday night, we'll see y'all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Y'all make it right and come on.
That's
Yep.
right.
Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next time.